Okay, here we are. Thank you everyone for joining in, tuning in to this webinar. Today we are talking about tips and tricks, marketing to consumers. So this webinar is going to be, have a little bit more of marketing 101, broad strokes, and then some more detailed and specific tips and things that you can do to implement in your own marketing strategies. Start off with some introductions. Hi, my name is Allie Bryant. I work at Miranda Creative. I've been with them for about almost 2 years now, so it's been a really great journey. I started just doing organic social media work, coming from a background of running social media for universities, then made my way into agency life, and it has taken off since then. So since working at Miranda Creative, I've moved more into the digital strategy space with a lot of planning and developing strategy for organic content, digital media content, and websites, and just all things digital. Yeah, so I'm very excited to walk you all through marketing to consumers, and let's get started. So first, let's start off with a quote. I think all good webinars start off with quotes, right? They get us thinking. So marketing is no longer about the stuff that you make, but about the stories you tell. And kind of keeping this in the back of our minds as we are talking about marketing, as we are thinking through different strategic ways on how we want to tell our stories and get consumers to listen to what we have to say and eventually become loyal customers is the goal. So diving a little bit more on this topic, studies have actually shown that consumers respond positively to narratives that resonate with their values and emotions, especially on social media. I think we all are aware that social media is a great platform for people to tell their story and for other people to connect with that story. So no one else can tell your story like you can, and believe it or not, people want to hear it. I am a veteran wife, actually, fun fact. My husband just got out of the military. He was a Navy nuke on submarines stationed in Groton, Connecticut for a few years, and that's how I am affiliated with, Miranda Creative. And so we moved around a lot, and my heart goes out to each and every one of you veterans. Thank you for your service. So, that's a really great story to tell. And, when we are making our buying decisions as consumers, if there's a farm down the road that is a veteran or military affiliated, we can connect with that. And so just telling that story, getting people to know that, yes, you are a veteran, and, it can really increase engagement and build upon that emotional connection and that trust, that trustworthiness with consumers. And it also, makes that brand awareness piece stick more in the consumer's minds, where they remember you. They remember, oh, that person or that brand or business is a veteran, or can, disabled accessibility, and has a ramp that I can get up to, or different aspects of different businesses can increase that that top of mind awareness. So just thinking through that. And then, of course, as we said earlier, social media is a great way to tell your story, but it's not the only way. It's not the only way. So let's start off with knowing your brand. Who are you is the question. And, consumers, if they don't know who you are, that's the question that's going to be the first one that they need answered before they make that purchase decision. Consumers purchase goods and services from brands and businesses that they trust. And as a small business in the agricultural industry, it may feel, there's a lot of competition, or, you're even competing with big corporations and grocery store chains, but prioritizing that storytelling and the marketing behind that can build the consumer trust is really the greatest way that you can compete and actually be successful as a small business. So ways that we can, do that are establishing a strong brand identity with consistent visuals and messaging. We do a lot of that work here at Miranda Creative, where we are either rebranding current existing brands or, developing new logos and new brand identities for startups. So that can consist of, color schemes, fonts, taglines, the actual logo itself, all of those things kind of combine into creating brand recognition for consumers. Another way to kind of establish the strong brand identity can be, implementing unique elements like a catchy tagline that's easy to remember, or a signature service that you provide. So all of these things, anything that you can do in your business to help create that brand recognition can amplify that brand identity. The next thing is telling an authentic story by sharing the business origins and the values and the history behind, the veteran story, the military story, and then how you were able to either retire or come out of the military and then start up your own farming business or producer business. So all of that is really important. And this story can be told through user-generated content, blog content on the website, and newsletters. So then the third step is to, we always want to adapt and evolve as a business, staying current and monitoring industry trends, adapting marketing strategies accordingly to those trends. That will keep you relevant. And, one of the questions is like, when's the last time you updated your website or your social media? So keeping all of that in the back of your mind as we're going through this and when you're marketing to consumers is important. All right. Sorry, I'm gonna get a little drink of water here. Next, we're gonna know your audience. How are we gonna figure out who it is that you're talking to or that you're targeting? Who's your customer? And one of the ways that we can distill this is developing a buyer persona or a profile, your target customer. And this can help you understand, their shopping behavior and the challenges and their goals and how to reach them. So, using analytic tools like Google Analytics Meta Business Suite, your email lists, any point of sale contact system that you have that may give you any information about them. All of that data can be looked at and analyzed to gather a better understanding of the customer behavior, and you can therefore adjust your strategies accordingly. Another just tip is to possibly join agricultural associations or social media groups that are related to your niche. That's where your people, or your target audience, is kind of congregating and where they're at. And if you want to find them where they're at, then that's just one way to do it. So here I have 2 examples of buyer personas that I thought may be relatable for you and your business. The first one is Alex, and he's around that Gen X age. He's a male, he's from Connecticut and lives in Connecticut, and he is veteran and military affiliated. So he's passionate about supporting other veterans, and he's also married and has a family. And Alex's goals are to support the local agricultural business, other businesses that he deems important and is close to him. He's also wants to keep a healthy lifestyle because he does have a family, and he also prioritizes community engagement. But, Alex is a busy guy. He's got a job, he's got kids, he's got a wife, he's got probably a house that he owns. So, his challenges are limited time with balancing the family and the life and the job. And so he also might be a little price conscious because, there are a lot of changing things in the world today. And so Alex might be looking for good quality, but also at an affordable price. His shopping behavior, is about convenience, and he appreciates, online shopping opportunities, maybe curbside if you have a farm market that offers products, doing curbside assistance where they can order online or order by the phone and then pick it up, just walk in and pick up their order and then go home. Or maybe even later open hours where he can stop in and get some goods for the family on his way home from work. And, how to reach Alex. He's in that Gen X zone, so, he's still on social media. He likes to attend local events, maybe some festivals, maybe some farmers markets, and also any collaborations with other businesses that Alex likes to go to. That is a way to reach him at. The second buyer persona is more targeting the millennial age. Olivia, she is a female. She lives in Connecticut. She's single or in a committed relationship. She could also be married. But she is a nurse, and she works a lot too. Her goals are different than Alex. Her goals are mainly about sustainable living, reducing her carbon footprint, healthy lifestyle. She cares about the community, but she also cares about being healthy and how her actions impact the community and the earth. So there's some challenges there too, where she is a nurse and she does have limited time. and she appreciates the convenience wherever possible. But she is also willing to invest in quality products. So she might be willing to spend a little bit more than Alex is if that product aligns with her values. But she also needs to see that value, and being able to tell that story and show Olivia the value of the product that you're selling at that price could help her with that purchase decision. The next thing is shopping behavior. So she likes to shop online. She's a millennial, so she appreciates curbside shopping online, any way that she can expedite her purchase process. And she also appreciates maybe the later working hours because of her demanding job. And you can reach Olivia on social media, but in more of a connective way, sharing recipe ideas that Olivia can use in her own cooking and in her own life, or collaborations with other eco-conscious influencers. So she feels like she's making a good decision with her purchases. Also other educational content on the website or social that she can digest and consume and possibly reshare to her following. All right, we're going into the marketing funnel. So we talked a little bit about, who you are as a business, your brand identity, who you're targeting to. Now it's kind of how we're going to get the word out and what that process looks like. So that's where the marketing funnel comes in. And this is a really great visual to kind of see that stage and the different phases that a customer will go through when they're making their purchasing decisions. Also, you can also look inwardly, think about the buying process that you go through when you're making purchase decisions about the things that you buy in your daily life. But just as an overview, we'll talk about it. The first part is, and this is, we're going from the top down, is the awareness piece. This is the lead generation. This is your brand awareness part of marketing, where it could be campaigns that you're doing just to generate, your name out there, get your name out there. It could be trade shows, it could be blogs, direct mail, social media is a really great brand awareness tool, and just other aspects. This awareness piece can be earned media based, it can be paid media based. It also could be, just free things that you're doing on your website, on your social media, and other forms of marketing. So this is where you're kind of gathering all of the people, putting your name out there, so people are kind of being aware of what you're offering. And from that place comes the lead nurturing. So this is interest, consideration, and intent based. The interest part of it is where, hey, I know about you, but now I'm kind of getting interested. Like, what do you have to offer that I'm interested in? And you can do this through classes, you can do this through email marketing, any other kind of engagement or social media work. So just thinking about that, how you can get the consumer interested in your product. And then the next piece is consideration. Okay, I know who you are, I'm kind of interested in it. Now I'm considering purchasing or going into the next step of intent to purchase. And the consideration piece is the make it or break it, I think. You know, you can either offer like a special promotion, a free trial, showing a case study that you've proved that, you know, you've done all this work. And then the next part of the purchase decision process is the evaluation and actually going through with the transaction. So this is just kind of an overview of that purchase decision process and what consumers are going through in their minds and how marketing plays a role in all of this. So next we're going to talk about the 5 basic consumer needs. And this is another kind of marketing 101, just you know, consumers have 5 basic needs and how marketing plays a role into that. So first first is the product. So they need to know what you're offering. Then the price is the cost or what's the value that they're getting. The place is where you sell it and how you sell it, whether it be online, brick and mortar. Promotions is getting people excited to buy, or the actual like how are people knowing about the product and the price, or even, you know, the place where it's being sold at. And then last but not least, the people who's involved behind the scenes and the consumer. So just another overview of, you know, things to keep in mind when we're talking about marketing strategies. All right, we're getting into content creation. This is the fun stuff here, right? Where we're thinking about, okay, this is happening in the springtime, this is happening in the summertime, this is happening in the fall time, you know, your industry's pretty seasonal. So thinking, you know, maybe having a sit down as you're planning out the business stuff would be a great time to plan out the content creation and the flow of how you want to deliver all of the information that's going on in your business. And that can be done through storytelling, through short form videos posted on social media, website, images, embedding in your newsletters, different things like that. Just how are you telling your story, and digestible content pieces. We talked about creating a content calendar to stay organized and stay accountable for being consistent in your posting schedule and marketing to consumers, and always having your voice and your brand in front of the consumer. Talking about social media, you know, posting at peak times is always important, but it's not a make or break rule. There's just a good rule of thumb of posting in the morning, so you have more time for people to look at your content and engage with it, and the algorithm kind of picks up on that. But it's by no means like, you know, set in stone. And of course, when we're thinking about creating content, we always want to think about how we can repurpose and reuse the content that we've created in different formats, whether it be blogs, newsletters, maybe an infographic, or videos and social posts. Also keeping in mind, you know, traditional media as well. Flyers, rack cards, business cards, things like that. Content ideas. So these ideas are not specifically for social media. It may seem like that, and I know there's some that are, but overall, they really can funnel into different marketing fields and different aspects of marketing. and can really live anywhere. So like your crop updates, what's going on the farm, what consumers can expect from you, and how they can purchase farm market hours. I know those might change seasonally, so putting that out there for consumers, maybe that's a sign that you have at the entrance of the business, or an email that goes out, or having it everywhere on your website, the home page when somebody goes onto your website, how you can put out that information. Educational content we've spoken a little bit about. Seasonal tips. Livestock stories are one of those secret weapons that it's a really, really great, engaging post and experience. And for some reason, people love to watch like a horse who's pregnant and about to give birth, and just recording that whole process and posting it. Oh, wow. I've seen people go viral because of that. Customer testimonials, of course, recipes and cooking tips. That's really great. Those can be blogs that are reshared and, posted on the website, posted on your social media. People then are reposting that and sharing that with their own audience. So you're kind of, increasing that brand awareness there too. And also being a credible and reliable source for people to get healthy recipes, or, try a different meal that they've never tried before. Environmental and sustainable initiatives. Maybe you're doing a Veterans Day event that you want to plan for. A day in the life of a farmer. I think that not a lot of people really understand what it takes and the process and the daily life of it. So posting that would be great. Polls and questions, asking your audience, what would you like to see from me this year, or see from the business? What kind of content would you like for us to create? You'll get some really great answers, and people, that's normal to them. A lot of other businesses and influencers, they'll ask them that. So taking in consideration what they want to see is important. Facebook Lives and Q&A sessions. A lot of people may get weary about Facebook Live, but it's a really, really great tool. Facebook loves, the algorithm loves it, loves it, loves it. And, it doesn't have to be like this picture perfect news scenario. I mean, if you're at a farmer's market and you're there from like 8 to 10, throw up your Facebook Live, say, hey, look here, this is what's going on. Come and join us. We'll be here from 8 to 10 this morning. We hope to see you there, and then end it. And that's it. And that live will come up to the very front of people's feeds on their social media, and, love to watch it because it's a video. So that's one easy way to get video content too on your feed. Resharing the CT veteran grown content is another just content idea. Local community involvement, and posting any kind of partnerships or collaborations that you're involved in. Writing articles if you donate to nonprofits, or you partner with a nonprofit that helps feed the community. That's a really great story, and also can earn you some earned media in the process as well. Historical content and business origins. That is, we've talked about that some. Telling your story and the history of you and your business, and farm equipment and technology. Just, some content ideas to help you create those content calendars. Okay, we're going into digital marketing. This is my wheelhouse. But it might not be for everyone. So let's just talk about it a little bit. If you're familiar or if you do digital marketing, that's great. And if you are not doing so much of it, let's talk about it. So digital marketing to consumers is basically any kind of marketing that you're doing online and that consumers are interacting with on the internet, in an app, on social media, things like that. So there are some benefits to digital marketing. It's cost effective and efficient. In engaging advertisements, you can boost a post that's a reel on social and it do really well. People interact with it more. Measurable results, so you can actually take the data from that and distill it into figuring out your own marketing strategy. Also target marketing, you can refine who you want to see the information and the content that you're posting. So if you are only wanting to target, if you're having a senior or just a veteran event and you only want to target people maybe in the military community in Groton or where else, anywhere else, then that's a great opportunity. Sorry if you can hear my dog barking. He's downstairs. Okay, so digital marketing tips and tricks. These are a few of the things that we do here at Miranda Creative, but small businesses and businesses can do on their own if they feel comfortable with. But they're important, especially search engine optimization. This is basically optimizing your website in a way that organically ranks you higher on Google. So this is not a paid advertisement. You don't have to put any money directly into SEO. There are other kind of platforms that say that, oh, we'll optimize your website. But at the end of the day, SEO is optimizing your rankings on Google. So if somebody types in, farm markets near me, you have a higher chance of ranking organically and not having to pay for that ranking. Google Ads, on the other hand, is that paid advertising of digital marketing. It's called SEM, and it's the intent-based search. So I have an example of it up at the top right-hand corner where we have for CT Grown, we also do the advertising for CT Grown at Miranda Creative. But the ad was, check out CT Grown this summer, fresh, high quality products, more of a brand awareness campaign. And this gains, whatever objective that you want. If you want it to gain more traffic, if you want to direct people to a specific site on your website to purchase goods or just overall brand awareness, this is a great tool as well. Programmatic ads are this is the automatic kind of marketing, digital marketing, where it's the retargeting. Have you ever gotten an ad after you have maybe been to a Dunkin' Donuts and then went back home and you start seeing Dunkin' Donuts ads? That's retargeting. Or been to a website and you were clicking on I don't know, baby goods if you're having a child, and then you were just checking out, oh, this article about cribs. Well, now you start seeing ads about cribs. That's also retargeting. So it's an activity-based marketing and a pretty intense one. Let's just say that. But we also do those here at Marana Creative. Over the top OTT is something that we also do and is an option. This is more of a for streaming apps, news commercials, you know, these are a little bit more expensive on the cost per click or the cost per measurement, CPM. For advertisers, these are kind of a little bit more expensive than the Google ads, for example. But they are a lot more penetratable where you're seeing them on, you know, a news commercial, you're watching Hulu and you see your ad. You're watching Peacock and an ad pops up. That's all OTT. Next is YouTube channels and ads. If you have a YouTube channel or you're interested in running YouTube ads, that's another possibility. And then Spotify. I've done some Spotify advertising and in the tourism space mainly. But you know, for really any industry for consumers. And that's a really great way. It's an audio commercial, and that's kind of promoting the brand awareness or any other kind of specific promotions that are going on. CSAs, for example, promoting that. Over here on the right is an example of a campaign that we did, a paid campaign, Google ad campaign that we did for CT Grown. And it was keyword based. So anybody clicking into Google search, searching local farmers markets or farmers food markets or CT farmers markets, those were the clicks and the click-through rate, which is the people actually clicking on it and the engagement rate and the cost of that. So that's just another great tool. Social media marketing. We're going to talk about that some. This is also something that I do a lot of. And, you know, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us about any of this stuff. But we'll talk a little bit about the organic social media marketing first, which I'm sure you all are kind of aware of it. If you don't do it, please listen in and we can talk about it. If you do social media, organic social media, then that's really great. That's great. So it's free social media content that is posted and consumed and engaged with by followers. An example of it is to your right, where CT Veteran Grown we posted this holiday season collage promoting the different products and goods that veteran grown farmers were offering and producers were offering. It also involves organic social media, building an audience through quality content and community. So engaging with your consumers and with your followers on social media is really important. Responding to messages on Messenger, you know, responding to questions in the comments. That all builds credibility, builds trustworthiness, and can build a following coming out of that. Because people want to follow a business and a brand that actually cares and is engaging with their followers and their consumers. The next piece of it is organic social media relies on platform algorithms mostly. So the algorithm will determine who will actually see your post in their newsfeed. If you don't post a lot and you know you're starting to post again, but maybe like once every 2 weeks, couple times a month, there is a lesser chance for your followers to see your content because of the algorithm, especially if they're not engaging with your content even when you do post. So if you're noticing that, hey, I'm not getting a lot of likes, I'm only posting a couple times a month, I suggest that maybe start developing a content plan and a content calendar, or using the Meta Business Suite tools where you can actually schedule out content in advance, and posting more consistent. Organic social media also can be influenced by factors like content quality, posting consistently, like we talked about, user engagement, and follower size. So just, if you're new to social media, keep posting and stay consistent. If you're not new to social media, but you're not posting as often, one way to just build that brand awareness, and it's all free. It takes work. It does take work to try to build that brand following, but it's worth it in the end. The next place we're going to go to is paid social media, where it acts differently than organic social media. Paid social is, curated boosted posts or campaigns, targeted campaigns that are actually sponsored by the business on social media platforms. Paid social can reach users who may not be a part of your organic audience. And this is one of the big ticket items. If you get stuck, say you're getting a lot of growth and you're seeing a lot of followers and you're seeing a lot of business in the beginning of your social media journey, but then you kind of flatten out and stale, and you can't really get any more followers, or you're not really noticing any more growth. Doing a boosted post or a paid campaign can really get you out of that constant loop of just talking to the same people. And it's cost efficient. A boosted post for $20. See the results that you can get in your local area, like a 5, 10, 20-mile radius. And those are some of the settings that you can adjust when you're doing it yourself. But, refining that target audience or directing people to your website. All of these are really great ways to drive traffic, generate leads, and increase brand awareness for a great price too. Okay. Tips and tricks of social media. Going through this, I was kind of thinking, I don't want to regurgitate anything that you guys maybe already are doing on social media. So I was trying to think of things that maybe you aren't doing or are doing, and just different creative ways that give you some tips to start implementing. Like, we talked about fostering community engagement, but maybe showcasing behind the scenes on the farm through Instagram stories. Instagram stories is a really great, easy-ish kind of way to put content out, where take a picture, do a 5-second video, post it as an Instagram story, link it to your website. That goes away in 24 hours. So you don't have to, feel the need that it has to be like perfect or fit to the Instagram feed, or whatever the worry is behind that. Also, running contests and giveaways or polls is a really great way. I know I was on the account for a farm in Connecticut, and they did this really big, they had this huge pumpkin, like the biggest pumpkin that they had during the fall season. And they ran a giveaway on Facebook, like and follow us, share, sign up to a newsletter, whatever the qualifier is. and you get entered to earn this, or entered to get a chance to win this huge pumpkin. So that was really fun, and it got a lot of engagement, and it got some community buzz too. We'll get back to the underlined one. That's going to be the last one because that's really important. But utilizing hashtags strategically, not spamming Instagram or Facebook with just irrelevant hashtags. They have crawlers out there that are looking for that and that are kind of not sharing, you're not putting out your content in front of people if you're doing that. So just be aware of that. Tagging other businesses for increased reach is really great, and also building that, fostering that community engagement piece. Posting consistently, we talked about maintaining that consistent branding on all platforms. So your Instagram profile, your Facebook profile, your information on your about pages should all be the same on your website, your social medias, everything. So taking a look at that. One thing that I see a lot of is the link on Instagram, the link situation. So Instagram is one of the few platforms that is not link friendly. So if you're posting links inside of your captions on Instagram, people are not able to click on them. So kind of a workaround of that is a link in bio situation where you have your bio in the top of your Instagram. People can actually click on that link and go to your website. But one thing that I like to do for businesses is create a link tree, which is free, and add all of the links. So have a link to your website, have a link to your blog, have a link to your newsletter, have a link to your online storefront if you have one, the farm market hours, or whatever it is that you're trying to promote, all those links, and then you can link that one link tree in the bio of your Instagram, and that's like a one-stop shop for people to be able to see everything. You know, and another thing is participating in social media forums or creating your own Facebook group. You know, be the leader in the space or in your niche, and grow a following from that. Use it as a marketing strategy. So we're going back to get in front of the camera. This is a very important one that I'd like to discuss a little bit more in depth. And we have another slide coming up on it. But getting in front of the camera for your website, your social, you know, like we said earlier, no one tells your story like you do. And you are the face of the brand. So in most cases, most small businesses are like that. So getting out there, getting your face in front of it, and just getting in front of the camera and telling that story, promoting yourself, promoting your brand and your business, and you know, all of the efforts that you're doing as a veteran-owned business, as a member of the community, is a great way to spark engagement and really build on that credibility and authentic storytelling. So this leads into user-generated content and influencer marketing. User-generated content is, you know, probably a term that you've heard floating around in the social media space because it has taken off and is even a preferred form of video consummation. Like people prefer, instead of watching, you know, Netflix or Hulu, you know, it is a trend now to watch YouTube. People on YouTube, their social medias, their reels and TikToks especially. So it's proven to be a top performer in social media. And from this, you know, it's because of it's rooted in authenticity, trustworthiness, you know, we are engaging, the consumer is engaging with a real person and not just a brand. It can get extended reach and it's cost effective, of course, and give you opportunities to partner with other influencers. All right. We're working through it. Next up, email marketing. Email marketing tips and tricks. I'm not sure if you are currently doing newsletters or any email marketing. If you are, that's great. If you're not, let's talk about it. So email marketing is a really great tool as just part of the marketing mix in your marketing strategy. You know, people are more willing to open an email, and it's that personalized, targeted messaging that's going into their inbox that they can open and learn more about whatever it is that you're selling. So, you know, creating your lists and segmenting your subscriber database is a tip for email marketing. You know, different stages of the customer journey. If you want to segment your list to new customers and loyal customers, or you know, demographics or engagement, people who engage a lot with your newsletters and emails, or people who don't really, but you know, maybe you want to do more of like trying to get them more warm leads, so sending them maybe more emails. Whatever your strategy is, segmenting your subscriber databases is just a tip for you. Personalizing messages. So subject lines, fun fact, are kind of like your first opportunity to get a user to interact with your content and your marketing. So emojis in your subject lines are actually proven to been really helpful and catch people's eyes and click on it. Email content, birthday emails. I'm sure we've all gotten a promotion for it being our birthday. Those are all ideas. Consistent newsletter schedule. You can embed sign-up forms on your website, and this directly can directly communicate if you do it. Like, say you have Constant Contact or MailChimp and you use one of their contact forms, you put that code on the website and they talk to each other. So that's really great. And then another just tip is optimizing for mobile is really important, because we know we're all on our mobile devices, and a lot of people and consumers are they are consuming their content that way. Another tip is to send triggered emails to unopened recipients. This can be automated depending on your email platform provider. I know Constant Contact, you can actually click a button that says automatically send an email however many days after if the email has been unopened, to generate more engagement. And next we're going to talk about text message marketing, SMS marketing. Really great for farmers who do any like pick your own or seasonal promotions that are really timely, and you want to get the information in front of the consumers as fast as possible. This is the way to do it. So text to enroll to receive, you know, exclusive sales or alerts. Text message marketing has a 95 to 99% open rate. I mean, that's crazy when, you know, we're talking about other open rates like emails usually hang out around the 30% range. Text message marketing, you know, is almost always you're going to get someone to open up that text. So sharing your crop updates, pick your own hours, availability. Blueberries are in, then blueberries are out. Strawberries are in, then strawberries out. You know, it's just a really great way to keep your consumers informed. And you'll be surprised of how many signups. I know I was working with a farm in Connecticut, and we started to implement this SMS marketing for the pick your own season. And, you know, within a few months, it was like 600 people had signed up. So that's a really great success story. And, you know, double check and see, because SMS marketing is now available for certain email platforms as add-ons to the subscriptions that you may already be paying for, like Constant Contact and Klaviyo. All right, we're winding down, and we're just gonna kind of go through some very broad consumer marketing tips that I wanted to include that maybe didn't fit into a particular category. But, you know, offering promotional deals to have, you know, limited time only or exclusive to loyal customers. Those can be great ways to kind of pull people in. Pre-order offerings, like, you know, for your CSAs and your meat and produce options. Pre-order now and before they go on sale, or, you know, you might be able to sell out before they're even really open to the mass public, just from your loyal customer base. Loyalty programs, not listed here, but maybe gift cards is a really great one that we've seen a lot of. And gift cards also only have like a 70–80% use rate. So that might be just money on the table. Build trust through reviews and testimonials, encouraging satisfied customers to leave positive reviews is a great way to kind of build on that trust and authenticity. Okay, investing in professional photography and videography. I think this is really important because it helps you tell your story. But I understand not all small businesses can afford, or, you know, it's not a priority for them. Maybe they can afford it, but it's not a priority. So other ways to kind of promote content, get your face and your story told and your brand told is just through your phone. You know, taking some pictures with your iPhone or your Samsung phone, whatever phone you have, is a really great tool too, and cost effective as well. So don't be afraid to use your own phone and or feel the need to get professional photography. Also, obviously, you know, the videography piece, the kind of commercial of telling your story is important, but not always necessary. And you know, this last piece is measuring and analyzing results. So using all of those tools that are available at your fingertips and kind of digesting into that data, we really encourage that. All right, the mobile friendly tip is important because I've seen a lot of websites, you know, you go on there, or I'm sure you have too, you go on there and half of it's cut off. You can't really navigate anything on your phone. Or, you know, your pictures are cropped in a weird way. So just ensure, you know, friendly reminder to be mobile friendly, and ensure that your website and your marketing materials are all mobile friendly, because most people are, consumers are on their phones and devices. And appropriately crop images for mobile viewing. So, you know, just asking that question periodically. Have you checked to see how mobile friendly your marketing materials are? I know if you have websites like that are customizable, I know Wix is a really great tool that has, that mobile version where you can customize how things are seen on the mobile view. So that's just one tip. And then I wanted to throw this in here, but check your social media links also periodically on your website or any other area that they may live to make sure that they're not broken. That's important too. So we made it to the end. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in and going through this journey with me. I really appreciate it. CT Veteran Grown is a great, great, great organization, and what they're doing with you guys is just so phenomenal. And I'm so honored to be able to be a part of that. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And on the next one, we'll see you soon. Okay.